Hello everybody, and welcome back to Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club. Music is a little loud right now. That's fine. Last time we left off, we had a Super Animu incident at the Super Animu Hot Springs, which was just so hilarious. Ha! Just one. Just one. Just one laugh. Anyways, Austin, Peanut Butter Gamer is confronting us about this. Or something. I don't know. He's just dreaming of our nipples, I guess. He was still shirtless. I mean, we can see his nipples, so he has every right to remember ours, at least, you know. He sat down in front of me and looked at me, still shirtless. I tried to look anywhere but his chest. Anywhere. But... wow. This was a really small room. And it was super hot in here. Super hot. Maybe I should just take off my towel. Maybe we should both take off our towels. Couldn't breathe. Ellipses. Ellipses. Ellipses.
Hana.
I know you've been worrying about me lately. Oh? I glanced away. I'm sure you already know, but soccer is really important to me. One of the most important things. It's been driving me crazy that I haven't been able to play, and I can't even attend the practices without having the entire team tell me to leave them alone. What? 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 Without having the entire team tell me to leave them alone. Like in a fuck you type of way, or in like a you need your rest, just don't bother us, or sorry, don't worry about us. Like, I feel like that would be more accurate to the team that he's been on for 3 years, I think. It's a little special. But it's been my life at Asagao. Soccer's how I made my friends after you left. How I gained confidence in myself. Without it, I didn't know what I would do. I was going crazy and I was getting depressed. Burp. But that was no reason to ignore you and throw myself a pity party. I was stupid. I'm sorry for worrying for you so much. And thank you. What for? Well, I usually feel like I'm a joke to people, but when I'm with you, I feel like I'm more than that. You understand me, you make me feel like I matter, and like you, and sorry, what? Okay, and like you take me serious. There we go. And like you take me seriously. So I thank you. You're a wonderful person. PBG threw his head back and laughed. Well, shucks. Just don't even know what to say to that. No, I'm serious. It was thanks to you that I could feel at home here. You showed me what it was like to have a real, true friend, someone who genuinely cares about me. Thank you so much for making my school life so wonderful. Well, you're welcome. Anytime. Do you think we could, you know, we're all alone in this big hot room. I flushed. Do you think we could, do you think we could keep on growing together for the rest of our lives? I know it's cheesy, but you're an important friend to me, and I don't want to lose you again. Ellipses. He leaned over and pulled me into a hug. I wrapped my arms around him, smiling contently. His burning, glorious pectorals sinking into my skin. It felt so glorious.
Hana.
Of course we can. Yeah.
Yay!
A few seconds went by, and then I realized something. PBG was still just wrapped in his towel, and so was I. It was skin on skin, just a towel separating us, other than his pectorals pressing against my soft upper chest. After the realization hit me, my mouth went dry. I was too embarrassed to speak or move. Boobs. PBG released me and I let go of him. Man, I'm really glad we came to that conclusion. But I think I should go now. He left the room, covering his crotch. He stood and sprinted across the room, flinging the door open. Pelted into my towels went flying. Or just he went flying. PBG sprinted past Jared and Mai, who fell away from the door with a crash. Sorry. Oh, PBG, wait. Jared chased after PBG, leaving Mai and I alone. She crawled to me from across the room like some kind of demented bug. How is that an acceptable sound clip? That was wholly peaking. That entire sound clip was just peaking. What happened? What happened? Tell me. Do you like each other? Are you dating now? Is PBG your boyfriend? Oh, I could hardly hear anything. You guys were talking so quietly. I beamed at her, trying to hold in a laugh. That's a secret. You fucking kidding me? I've been your friend for like 6 weeks. And you gonna give me that shit? Well, fuck you too then. She left. Maya and I walked to class the next morning like absolute zombies. I wasn't sure if it was the blood or the heat or the sheer stress of it all, but neither of us wanted to talk to each other. We didn't even want to look at each other. When PBG and I came out of the room that night, we found Jared and Mai in the room across the hall, sitting 4 yards apart on the opposite ends of the room. When I asked whether they wanted to go home, they fucked. Those are the faces. People who just fucked. And were really embarrassed about it, because neither of them were good at all. I'm nodding my head in agreement to my own statements. I can't do 2 voices, so... Yes, definitely. They responded like that. Something was up. Something definitely had to be up. But the dive back to the academy was made in utter stony silence outside of a few passive observations on PBG's part to try and break the tension. If Mai wasn't telling me what happened between her and Jared, that probably meant it was something bad. Really bad. Really, really bad. Especially considering that things seemed like they were going so well in the actual spring. Is that an expression, the actual spring? I wasn't about to bring that up if she wasn't ready to relive it. There we go. Thought that. Can't even explain myself. I'm tripping over the explanation. For all I knew, she just destroyed any chances of dating the guy she'd had a crush on for the past 3 years. Knowing Mai, it wasn't very possible. She simply wasn't able to conduct herself properly in his presence. I wasn't about to go poking my nose into a most embarrassing moment. We climbed into the third door behind Mimi and Kakusu, who moved as though approaching their own execution. Of course, they took up all the space in the stairwell, so we couldn't move around them, even if we wanted to. Saving, why not? Fuck it. My own silence meant that... Okay, I thought that was a period. My own silence meant that, whether we wanted to or not, we ended up eavesdropping on their conversation.
So apparently the nearby hot springs closed for the rest of the year.
I don't think her voice is like that. I don't remember what it was, but I don't think it was like that.
What? No way. I was going to join my friends on the celebratory excursion after graduating the midterm exams. Apparently I'm gonna put that accent on it anyways. I don't really know what happened because the staff don't want to go into it, but apparently it has something to do with the water being tainted. Even though it's a hot spring, so the spring would filter the water. So that makes no fucking sense. Because it's running fucking water. It doesn't filter through it just keeps on running. That's how it fucking works. That's a hot spring. That's how a hot spring works. You don't think people were copulating in the springs? Oh my god, why do you talk like that?
She is essentially saying, don't bring that up. But yes, that's exactly what it is.
Oh my god, why do you talk like that?
Oh, I guess because she's saying copulating, not just having sex.
I'm sure that's why it is. But it must have been some kind of party if it made the springs completely shut down.
Must have been some kind of party. It was a sex party in the springs. Kakusu's eyes flashed. Sorry. Kakusu's eyes flashed.
It's been inspected for health violations, and if they find something, they might not even be able to reopen.
Because someone bled in the tub. Not even in the tub, sorry. Because someone bled in the auto-filtering hot spring. Maybe it's not a natural hot spring. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it just doesn't auto-filter. They're gonna close down the whole shop. That's utterly retarded.
Oh man, I hope they catch whoever did it. It sucks that we have to suffer because someone else was an asshole.
They're getting a lot more aggressive with these statements now.
Ellipses. Ellipses.
When we reached the top of the stairwell, we spread around the girls and into the classrooms. We sped around the girls and into the classroom like we were running from a swarm of bees. As I hooked my bag on the desk, a jolly John approached me.
Hey!
Hi, welcome back. How were the springs?
Shh, don't tell anybody we were there. Okay, well, whatever. Did you, whatever you did worked, look. He pointed across the way to PBG, who was sitting at his desk, happily doodling. He was drooling. He was happily drooling. Perfect. He noticed us looking at him and waved cheerfully. I waved back. What did you do? I never would have thought that he would recover from something like this so quickly. We just talked. We had a bit of a heart-to-heart, you could say. Literally. The zoom-ins and the voice are a lot less impactful when you hear the chair squeaking. Oh, yeah, I guess you could say. John held up a hand. Thank you, that's all I needed to know. Well, Hana, you're one special gal. I just meant that, thank you for looking after our boy. No problem. He's my friend after all. John snorted. Yeah, definitely, and friends look after each other. Yeah. Exactly. It was a weird conversation. He wandered off to his seat and still laughing like a maniac. What's up with him? I turned to Mai and she shrugged, staring out the window despondently. I guess she didn't feel up to chatting either, so... It was so unlike her. What happened between her and Jared? Okay, well, we're getting pretty close. I think we're at like 19 minutes or something. So I'm just gonna end it off there. I'm getting really fucking hot right now. My back is sticking to my pleather chair. It's not nice. Anyways, if you liked the video, like the video. If you disliked it, dislike it. If you want to favorite it or share it, that would be much appreciated. If you want to not rely on the sub boxes, you could follow me on Twitter. Also for some social commentary bullshit that I don't put on this channel. Because this is for games and entertainment, not for social commentaries. Yeah. Or if you do trust the sub boxes, you could subscribe. I like subscribing. That's what I do to my YouTube channels that I follow. Because I don't like Twitter that much. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. This episode is a little shorter than I hoped. I'm the Morbid Hobo. Goodbye.